guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. We are so happy you found us. I'm Lisa, and this is Creativity and Inspiration. How is everybody doing today? I hope your Monday has started out wonderful. If you live anywhere in Texas, Oklahoma, the middle of the country, I know we are cold for the first time of the year, which I'm totally enjoying because hey, I live for sweatshirts, jeans, and leggings, not gonna lie. And if you're somewhere where it's warm, I hope you're enjoying that as well. I am so sorry this video didn't go up yesterday. Honestly, I just took the weekend off and tried to rest. Also did a lot of painting. I'm getting ready to submit to some more shows. Some calls for art have a minimum of more than one, so you have to, obviously create whatever that minimum is. I'm excited about some of these shows I'm submitting to, and the good thing is all of the paintings, of course, work into the solo show I have planned, so it's exciting. I don't know if anything will get picked, but if it doesn't, it doesn't matter because I'm still working on my solo show as well. I've been writing in my journals. How's everybody's journal writing going? Is everybody doing good? Are you falling off here and there? I know this starts to be a busy time of year, focused on whatever holidays you celebrate, maybe busy at work, wrapping up end of year. So how is the journal writing going? I was thinking, I have a couple of thoughts floating around in my head, and I wanted to put them out there to you and get your feedback. So everything that I'm going to ask you, you can leave down below in the comments. So the first question is, how would you like a short video, once a week that gives you a journaling topic? Just a thought. Or every day for 5 days, say, a journaling topic. Let me know down below. You can say, yes, I'd love a short once a week for a journaling topic, or no. If no, don't worry about it. But if you would, let me know. Do you want once a week or like 5 days a week? And it's not going to be an in-depth video. Again, it will be a short. It probably won't even be it'll probably be a little longer than 15 seconds because I can't film anything in 15 seconds. But it will be less than the 60 seconds. Second question is, how would you like to do a one time a week sketch with me? It would be a video up on my art website, and you could head over there and sketch with me. Not a big deal, just, I would film it and you could sketch with me as I sketch, and then post pictures and then go over to the Facebook. Then you could either go to my Facebook group, Creativity and Inspiration, or you could go to my Facebook art page and post your sketches. And we would work out the fine details if anyone's interested in doing it. So, if you're interested in sketching once a week together, put sketching down below in the comments. If you're interested in the journal a day for one time a week, put that. If you're interested in the journal a day for 5 times a week, put that down below in the comments and we'll get this all hashed out. And if you're not interested in any of that, you don't have to do anything. Today's video is all about tags. And you're probably going, okay, we do tags all the time. We don't need tags. But these are some new ideas. Something that I think you're going to like. Something that's way different. It is a little more work, but I think once you get going in it, you're going to be excited by it and you won't notice it. Hopefully. So let's take a look at some tags that we've created before. And if you're a beginner, I have a couple of spring tags that I built from, the base to finished. I'll link that. I'll put a card somewhere above for that so you can definitely see that one. But here is some that we've done together. Oh, I did another video with tags too, so I'll link that one too. I'll link one of them here, and then I'll put the other one at the end of the video, and that way you can check them both out. But here's just different ideas using, this one's pen, sticker, and sewing. This one is one I got in a trade, and it's just somebody put paper on there and inked it, and that's it. This is one we made together. This is one with the pocket that we made together. Again, just a lot of different ones. They don't have to, you know. So these are the tags that we make a lot. This one is just one with a little bit of napkin and some flowers taped on. So if you've been doing junk journals for a while, you've probably made tags like this or painted tags, decoupage with napkin, other things. And these are beautiful and I love them. If you've been making tags a really long time, you've probably even gone the next step and put a couple of 3D items on your tag. Like the starfish and the netting, okay? But I'm talking even going past this level, which I got in a swap. Isn't it beautiful? I love this tag. But I'm talking about taking it past something like this. And that's what we're going to talk about today. It doesn't matter what size you use, but you're going to want them kind of firm. So like cardstock or even a thin cardboard like the back of a notepad, something like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a 3D tag. It's going to be able to work in a journal, but at the same time, it's going to have some height to it. It's going to have some movement and some interest because it's going to be 3D. So come on in and we will get started on this new ideas for some really cool tags. Okay, you might notice I have a big piece of packing paper on my desk, and I'm going to show you how we're going to use that in just a moment. Okay, again, you'll need, we're going to do 2 tags, but you can get as many out as you want. And again, they need to be firm. So like a cardstock, scrapbook paper, whatever, that's not copy paper thin or printer paper thin. And I'm going to show you how to do 2 tags. The first tag was actually inspired by a photo I saw in an advertisement. Had an advertisement for Somerset magazines and this tag, but we're going to take it in a little bit of a different direction. So I have a normal tag right here. Then I went in and out of a really sturdy piece of paper, I cut a dress shape. Remember, tags don't have to be just this shape, okay? They can be any shape you want them to be. Now I am going to use this as a background, so while this would work fine with everything we're going to do, I'm just going to put it on here. And we're going to turn it over, and I made sure it was the right width and everything. And this is our dress. Now, I'm going to, before I attach it on there, that's just the backing, I'm going to take a napkin and pull it apart till I get just this pretty top layer. And it can take a while to get your napkin layers apart, and that's fine. Don't worry about it. And once I get it apart, I'm going to decoupage my napkin all over the front of this dress. So I would just, and the easiest way I like to do this is I'll put my decoupage medium all over the front, and then I'll just lay it on top of the napkin like that. And then it will dry and I'll cut it out and boom. I have, this will be my dress shape, okay? So let me do that really fast and I'll be right back. Okay guys, there it is. I didn't decoupage it, I just glued it, but because I didn't want to have to wait on it to dry. But there is our dress. Now, to take this to the next level and create something that's unique and new for tags, what we want to do is we want to create some interest. We want to create some height and weight to it. And to do this, we're going to give it a flouncy bouncy skirt. Now I've pulled some pink fabric that goes with my napkin, and I've just cut it into a shape to kind of mimic a skirt. And I'm going to make this a drop waist, so it's going to be, longer than, the waist is going to be longer than normal. And you could just do this, but that's not really giving it a lot of weight and interest, okay? To do that is where our packing paper comes in. I cut a little section off. I rolled it and folded it about 4 times. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and kind of measure where I want my skirt to begin and my bodice to end. So I'm going to say, is that it? Yes, because I actually want my skirt to be a little longer than the end of my tag. That's just me. You can design your dress however you want to. So that is perfect right there. It might be a little crooked, and that's fine too. So I'm scooting it over, and what I'm going to do is cut out the shape of my tag now. Now, the more folds or layers you add to your packing paper or any kind of paper, you could even use a tulle fabric if you wanted to. Whatever you have, whatever your preference is. And somehow it came unfolded. Isn't that interesting? Alright. Put it back on there, and you can glue it down, attach it down however you want. But I'm only going to attach it at the top. So I will glue this inner layer just at the crease, so that's the only part glued. Because I want it to stay fluffy and bouncy. Okay, now you see what it's doing at the bottom, right? So let's again attach it to our dress where we want it attached. But we're just going to do a very thin line at the top. Okay. And you have to use glue if I'm using glue even in the sample, because I want you to get the full effect of how this is going to look. Alright, so there is our skirt, but now it's not very pretty, right? If you have a paper that complements what you're using for the bodice of the dress, then, use that and just get it fluffy, or you could glue that on top of here. But you see like white petticoats under dress skirts sometimes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little piece of fabric I cut out, and I specifically cut it with a point at one end at the top and a circle at the bottom. And the point at the top is going to be my attachment point. And I'm just going to attach it there, and then I will layer on more and more of these, I don't know, like a fish scale or something, right? Only we're just going to attach them along the top, and then we might come back and do another layer just so none of our petticoat, our underskirt shows. So let me show you. Let me cut out a bunch of these real quick. And they don't all have to match. They don't all have to be the same size. You just need, unless you want them to be, you know. It's like I always say, you take these ideas and make them how you want them to be. I'm just here to give you inspiration for your creativity. And the shape of these fabric pieces I'm cutting kind of reminds me of leaves, honestly. It's kind of the shape. And again, you don't have to do fabric, or you could do a mixture of fabric and paper, whatever you want to do. And I'm going to start with the first layer. Like I said, tulle underneath would be really pretty and make it look even more like a dress. I didn't have any, but that would be really cute. And make sure you cut them long enough, because if you don't, you have to cut more. Okay, so I did the first layer and you get the idea. Look at the poof on that. It's so cute. Now, if you wanted to do this with regular paper, if you could get it to be poofy enough, this could actually be like a little notepad under here, but that's up to you. I will say, though, eventually, you know, it will flatten out, but if you have it like this and you keep squinching it, it will perk back up and be flouncy again. Whoops. Yeah, I didn't give these time to dry, which is why I hate working with glue. So this is our first layer. Like I said, you could go back in with a second layer like this and just glue them all down. They're so cute. And the more layers you add, the cuter it will be. Now, once it all dries, if you want this to be your tag, that's perfect. You can poke a hole, and this could be your tag. If you wanted to give it a little more stability, or this could be the pocket on your tag, put it on a bigger tag, and just attach it however you want it to be attached. If you want it to be a pocket or not, up to you. Now for finishing touches, because you know you always have to accessorize, I'm going to take some black washi tape. This is actually a road. I don't know why I have it, but it's like a road. And I'm going to make it into a black belt. So I cut a piece of the black washi tape, and we're going to come across here. And we're going to put our belt on. And then for a belt buckle, I'm going to use some of my gold washi tape. And cut kind of like a little square. And put that in the center. And then you, like I said, you would make it as flouncy as you wanted to. So this is one way to make a tag, by creating some lift or depth to it by puffy paper, tulle, whatever. And like I said, if you put it on a tag as a base, this could be your pocket. You could draw in person up here if you wanted to. The possibilities are endless. You're only limited by your imagination. Now, the second kind of tag that we're going to talk about, I took just some scrapbook paper. I took just some scrapbook paper and I layered in a bunch more layers of a different colored packing paper. And then I cut a window. So for our next tag, what I did was I used scrapbook paper and I folded the piece and then I cut out the tag so I would have a front and back to my tag. Because what I'm doing is creating some depth and a surprise. You notice I have flowers. My tag is all flowers. So what I did was I cut a window into my flowers and then I added packing paper of a different color and I cut a window but not all the way through. And this represents dirt. Now in the center here I could put the picture of a ladybug, a beetle, maybe a seed, a flower seed, a couple of flower seeds, glue those down. And then what you do is you take the piece you cut out and you measure on the same paper. You measure on this same paper and then you tape it on the back. You put your window back in. You tape it down and then you have a peekaboo window. That's simple. Then once you get the peekaboo window in, or the window flap in, then you can glue your side down. And it would look like this on one side and this on the other. Now you can sew it if you'd like, but you don't want to sew it too tight. You want to have that weight, that height to it, so when you open it up, it looks like you're looking into the ground. And it would look something like, hold on. So I have my original piece I cut out. All I'm going to do is cut the same size piece out of a good sheet that doesn't have a hole poked in it. Then I'm going to take the one we just cut out. I'm going to open up my tag. And I'm going to put this on the front side. I'm going to fit it back in its space. And once I do that, I'm going to get my tape out and tape it on the inside like this. And I'm just using clear, regular tape. And so once I get it fit back in, and it fits perfectly because we traced the piece we cut out, I'm just going to tape it down. If you can't get it perfect, that's fine, because if they see anything around the edges, that's the dirt that the flowers are in, right? So it'll look like that. You put your fluffy stuffing back in, and it can be anything that you have that you want to use. And now you can glue it down, you can sew it down, whatever you want. And you open it up, and there's the flower seeds, there's the ladybug, and you put it back down, and there's a surprise hidden in the flowers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my double-sided tape and put a layer on the front. Of the outside tag, the scrapbook flowers. The scrapbook flower paper. And then I'm going to put one on the back, same paper, the scrapbook flower paper. And then I'm just going to lay the inner fluffy layer onto it. But I'm not gluing the layers together. And you'll see why. That way, I'm not going to glue the layers together of the stuffing inside because I want them to stay as fluffy as possible. I'm going to give it one last little floof before we get all this in. So there's that. And then I'm going to bring this over and do the front. And there we go. Now I still have a bunch of weight. Oh, I forgot to pull the tape paper off. Okay, now it's in the place. I'm just going to do that. And now I have a bunch of floof. And I have my little window, and I can put my flower seeds in there, a ladybug, whatever I want. And then you can poke a hole at the top and put your ribbon through. This would be a cute way to give a gift too, if you want to fold up like a $20 bill real small, or a gift card. You could make the window a little bigger and hide a gift card inside, maybe to a gardening center if you want to do the floral one. You could do this with a box like, the holidays, and put something in the box. So there's a lot of opportunity to take this idea and go multiple different directions. Like I always tell you, you're only limited by your imagination. So guys, I hope you enjoyed these 2 new ideas for tags and adding some height, width, floof to a tag. I thought it was super fun, and these are both really cute. And don't forget, we have our flower seeds in there, and look, a little flower is starting to sprout. Woohoo! So guys, thank you for being here today. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button and that little bell. We are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by December 31st. And it would just be amazing. If you've been watching for a while and you still haven't done it, just hit that subscribe button and that little bell. I promise you we have more great videos coming your way every week. Also, just for those that are new, I do a paper crafting junk journal video on Monday, Friday, and an art video on Wednesday. And it's a lot of fun. I hope you're all enjoying it. I am enjoying it tremendously. And before you go, don't forget, down below in the comments, let me know, would you like to have a short once a week or 5 times a week for journaling prompts? And would you like to do a once a week sketch with me video on my art website? And you could post your photos on either my Facebook page for my art or in my group Creativity and Inspiration. Everything is linked down below if you want to go check it out before answering. Take care. Have an amazing rest of your Monday. And I will see you on Wednesday. On Wednesday, we're going to be talking figures and how you can make them simple. On Wednesday, we're going to be talking how to create super simple figures using paint. And we'll probably be talking a little bit about some painting terms that I throw out and a lot of other artists throw out on YouTube, as well as who knows what else. Who knows what will pop up on Wednesday. So take care. I'll see you then. Bye, guys.